Hey, what's going on, guys? This is KNasty3890 here. I'm back with another Madden 17 Ultimate Team video. I'm going to be starting a new series, guys. This is going to be talking about things that I don't like that's going on in Madden, but it's not going to be just a complete bitch session. I'm not just going to be complaining. I'm going to be saying what I don't like about it, and I'm giving a reasonable fix, to kind of how we can make this better and how to make Madden better again, or go back to how things were in the past. Now, this can be a very long series, depending on what I think could be upgraded in Madden or what could be fixed, or what you guys in the comments down below. Tell me what you wish will be done, and I'll continue making videos like this. This one's not a huge thing, but it's something that's been on my mind recently, and I figured I wanted to talk about it. In fact, this is the best way to talk about it. So first off, the first episode, and like I said, there'll be plenty more, so if you think I'm not talking about something that you feel is important, I probably do, but put it in the comments down below, and I'll talk about it in the future one and tell you what a reasonable fix would be that Electronic Arts can easily do to fix Madden. I'm not going to say something outrageous for them to fix it, a reasonable way they can fix the game, not the game, but fix this issue. Overall, I think the game is pretty good. However, there are things that I wish were better. So, we're going to be talking about limited time cards. Now, back in I started playing Madden really a lot in Madden 25. I played a little bit in Madden 13, but I started playing it for months during Madden 25, and then Madden 15, and then Madden 16, and now in Madden 17. Now, limited time cards have changed. Now, if you guys didn't know, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys what a limited time card is now and tell you what I don't like about it. I'm gonna then put a limited time card on the screen from a prior year and tell you why I like that one. So real quick, let's take a look at some limited time cards from this year. Now, it doesn't really matter if it's an Ultimate Legend, a Team of the Week, a flashback limited time. The point is what the limited times are like. So let's go to Ultimate Legends. Let's take a look at a limited time card, and I'll tell you parts of it that I like and don't like. This is a limited time card. You know it's limited time for one reason only. Top left, limited time. Now, if you compare it to the card art from the base Ultimate Legend, well, not the base, but the completion reward, it's going to be a different card art. That's one way. But if you weren't comparing them, you see on the top left of the card, it says LTD time, limited time. How long is this limited time? You don't know. It literally just says limited time. There's nowhere it says limited time, 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months. 3 months can be a limited time. It's just, so I don't like the phrase limited time. Also, you don't know how many are pullable. You don't know what the pull rates are. And in the past, you may not know what the pull rates are, but you knew how many were. And this is where I'm getting at. Because I'm not sure if you guys knew, I've mentioned in prior videos, if you follow me on Twitter, I've been big into real life cards where you get quote unquote limited time cards are numbered out of I have I'm trying to think of a card that I have that it would be pretty good. I do have a Carson Wentz card that's numbered, a rookie card that's numbered to 50 with a jersey patch. Carson Wentz numbered to 50. There's 50 of those cards. I know how many there is. There's one. I have one of the 50. How many of these Anthony Munozes are out there right now? 30, 33, 42, 186, 7? We don't know. Therefore, we don't know the rarity of this card. We don't know how common it is to pull this card. There is no way of finding out. But when a card is numbered, you know going into it, once one has been pulled, if it says one, EA used to do, and I'll show you guys one right now. It's what you guys will see right now is a LeSean McCoy golden ticket. I believe it's from MUT 15. You see on the right, it says limited time 2 out of 50. Now, this is a golden ticket. So sometimes they did, I know they used to do football outside. I think those were numbered either at 50 or 100. I can't remember if Team of the Weeks were numbered. I don't think they were. I could be wrong. And then obviously their Ultimate Legends were numbered, I believe. I think they were. I know golden tickets obviously were. It's been a couple years, so I'm a little rusty on that. But you can see right here, 2 out of 50. We knew there were 50. We knew when they were done pulling. We knew when you couldn't pull anymore. What if, and this is where I get to a problem with current limit time cards, what if these are still technically numbered, but we don't know this? What if there are only 50 Anthony Munozes? And let's say this is the 50th that pulled 6 hours into the weekend. And let's say this card was in packs for 48 hours. but they only put 50 of them in the game, not telling us it's 50. And then for the next 42 hours, we were pulling for something that was not, you couldn't pull it. That is what annoys me. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying that's definitely what happens, but has anyone, we don't know if that's the case. We don't know if there's just a 1 in 1,000 chance of this card being pulled out of any pack, and that just happened for 48 hours. And I picked a random number for the odds, but if you see what I'm saying, for 48 hours, there's a percentage that you could pull it. And there could be 74 of them. You could pull it. You could pull 30. You could pull 2 if no one's opening packs. You could pull 10,000 if everyone's ripping all the packs they could buy. Now, I feel like, though, they changed the odds in this. Because I remember there was a Bobby Wagner card. It was a Team of the Week card. And I remember at 10 o'clock at night, this was this year, I checked checked to see how much they're going for in the auction house. There were none up. There were 2 that sold by 10 o'clock at night on a Monday night for a Team of the Week card. So it was literally in the game for almost 12 hours. 2 were sold. How many were pulled? You can maybe see 3 or 4. Maybe a couple people kept theirs. But 2 sold. That's ridiculous. And I feel like if it's numbered, like if it's 10 o'clock at night, and EA used to do this. EA would tweet out, there are still let's say there were 50 of those Bobby Wagners. EA would say there are 50 Bobby Wagners remaining in the packs. Or 48, excuse me, because there have been 2 pulled. There are 48 remaining. People will then instantly go rip packs because they know there's still a lot of them out there, and there's a good chance not a good chance, but there's a chance you could get one. So that's one thing I really miss. And then what they also used to do, and I'll get to this in a later video about Football Outsiders, how they kind of ruined Football Outsiders, at least for me this year. They used to do this, I believe, in 25. They might have done this in 15 as well, but I know definitely in 25. It's one of my favorite things. Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, every night, they release a limited time Football Outsider card that was numbered out of 50. And they would, within an hour, usually the 50 were pulled. But you knew right then and there, go and pull packs. They would tweet out, it's live, limited time card during the game. I remember there's the one I pulled, it was a 1 out of 50, I think, for Luke Kuechly back on the PS3. It was either 2 out of 50 or 1 out of 50. But it was I pulled it, and I remember it was so cool because I think it was number 1, and it was number 1. That's something that's so cool when you get a numbered card. It was numbered 1. I got the first one. That is something so cool. There's extra value to that. I remember when Mike Vick had golden tickets, there was extra value obviously with number 1, and then people thought number 7 was cool too because Mike Vick's number was number 7. So that's why I like the numbered cards. It adds, we know how many are being pulled. It kind of just builds a little bit more of sincerity about the limited time cards because we know how many. There aren't, if it's numbered out of 50, there aren't 54 you can pull. There aren't 40 you can pull. There are 50 that you can pull. Very simple. 50. There's 50 of them. I'm not overthinking it. There's literally 50 you can pull. We don't know how many of these Anthony Munoz are in the game. Maybe they really tone it down for certain old. I bet you when Vic was in the game, and then I bet you when Donovan McNabb came out, I bet you it was a lot easier to pull Donovan McNabb than Michael Vick. I don't know for a fact. I just feel like EA would probably do that. I wouldn't be shocked. So I want numbered cards back. I like the fact that when you pull the number 1, there's extra value to it. If the guy's number is within 50, or if it's at 100, obviously you're going to have the guy's number. That one usually has extra value, and sometimes people would always want to have number 1. Some guys who were just bosses in Madden, had all the coins you could think of, they would always make sure they got number 1 for a limited time card, and I thought that was cool. It's just, it makes it feel like a normal, a real life trading card. Like I said, if you start collecting trading cards like I'm doing, it's cool when you get a numbered card. Right now I don't have any number 1s, but I have a number 2, I have a number 3. I really want to get number 1s. That's the cool thing, and I wish we would bring it back into it. Now, I don't know why they got rid of it, because it used to be the norm, and then they got rid of it completely. Is there a legal reason for it? Because maybe they gave some out to their employees, so there weren't really 50. Maybe devs get a version of it, and there's technically 55 of them out there. I don't know. Maybe they just don't like it. I don't know. But in my opinion, they should bring it back. It's not something huge, but it makes me know how many are there to pull. It kind of tells me, should I go after this or not, depending on the time of day. If it's, let's say there's only 2 left in packs, and I hop on to Madden, let's say there's 50 cards and 48 of these Anthony Munoz has been pulled, I'm not going to rip packs for the last 2 because any minute they could be pulled. But if there's 20 left, I'd probably take a chance at it. But if they just say limited time, well, do they increase odds at certain times during the day? At night you have better odds? I don't know how they fool around with it because they don't tell us what are their odds for pulling cards. So that's just what I talk about, guys. Like I said, there'll be more of these. I feel like this is something that's a very easy fix unless there's a legal reason for it. But if there's a legal reason, I'd like to know why. You don't have to go into full details, but kind of like what I said, like if devs are getting a version of it and there would technically be more than 50. But to be perfectly honest, these cards aren't always limited. Look at Jack Youngblood, his regular legend card. People were pulling the quote-unquote limited time one 3 weeks after he was in packs. So was that really limited time for what they said for the weekend? I don't know. I really don't. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. I'm trying to be as rational as possible for ways to fixing like problems with the game. This one's not a huge one, but it's something that it'd be nice for us to see. But I'm going to sign off, guys. Talk to you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.